Salutations everyone, my name is Gwen and welcome to an Eccentric's Hobby Closet. Now, this video was supposed to be the final video for my Turning Strawberry Shortcake Characters into Witches series. However, it turns out it takes a lot of work to draw 10 characters in a consistent art style and in consistent proportions. So I needed a bit of a break. I needed a little bit of a cleanse. And I might break up that last video into 2 videos because that's 4 whole characters that I'm having a hard time with. So instead, we're going to do something a little different. Now, I've been in a phase the last few months, and it's not helping now that the new season of Mandalorian is currently going on. I've been designing a lot of Mandalorian armor. Those returning will probably remember that I designed Viking-inspired Mandalorian armor for my song challenge video. And that's a hobby of mine in general, is just to design Mandalorian armor. I have made my own Mandalorian armor that I'm thinking about working on again this summer. I have been in a phase of doing like alternate universe stuff for my original characters with Mandalorian armor. It's just, I don't know, I just have a lot of fun designing Mando armor. The other rabbit hole that I have been in lately is vtubers. For those who don't know, vtubers are virtual YouTubers or streamers in general. They don't have to be YouTubers. And instead of showing their face, they have a rigged character that moves and animates with their movement. It's sort of kind of like how I do it, but it's way more It's way more than what I do, and it's just way cooler in general. So I thought, why not combine the two and make Mandalorian armor for some VTubers? So, as the thumbnail and the title suggests, I designed Mandalorian armor for Ironmouse and Nyanners. I watch Ironmouse, but I do watch Nyanners occasionally. But I just think that you can't really separate the two, so I had to do them together. I almost did all of V Shoujo, but that is way too many characters, especially since I'm trying to take a break from drawing a bunch of characters. So I started out with 2 full front and back character sheets. I don't normally do this, or at least I don't normally do this for videos, but I decided to do it for this one. And it was a lot of work. It was a good exercise, though, because I'm not very good about doing these fully fledged character sheets and stuff. So this is Ironmouse's design. I decided that I was obviously going to keep most, if not all, appendages. So, horns, ears, tails, whatever. I had a lot of fun with Ironmouse's design. I liked the little wing motifs. I liked trying to figure out the horns on the helmet. I was having a hard time with her hair. So in this, it's 2 braided buns because that's very Star Wars. However, I think I changed it later on to just be they're not braided buns, mostly because I didn't want to draw that many braids because it's a lot. Her weapons are 2 flails because when I asked my husband what kind of weapons he thought that she would wield, he said a mace. And at that time, her Wonderland model had recently come out, and she has like a flail as like a waist accessory. So I was like, oh yeah, that's perfect. I tried to keep designs from some of her other models, like the little crossing stitches on the skirt and kind of like the asymmetrical coloring on the shin guards and stuff like that. And like I said, lots of little like demon wing motifs and hearts and stuff. I also gave her like some wrist rockets and some of the whistling birds and stuff. And I don't know, I think she's cute. I like her little heart ahoge. I gave her mismatched eyes because I like that in some of her previous models. But yeah, I think she's pretty stinking cute. And then I did Nyanners. I tried to stick to some of her models. I think purple is her favorite color, ? So it's a lot of black and a lot of purple. Again, some asymmetry in like the leg guards and in the chest plates. I stole from her mascot Goro, and I put the heart over her visor because I thought that'd be fun and give little cat ear shapes for her ears to go into. I cut her hair short. She's had some short hairstyles in her previous models, and I don't know, I just think that that's pretty stinking cute. I also put armor on her tail because listen, that tail could be a health hazard. You gotta protect that. And then I gave her a blaster pistol, and then I gave her a big vibro sword because listen, I've watched the Elden Ring video. I know that she likes to swing a sword around, and I gave her a scarf because I thought that'd be fun. I wanted to give both of them sort of like some flowing fabrics and stuff like that, just to add some visual interest. But yeah, I think she turned out pretty cute. I know that I could have just recorded the process of me doing the concept art, but I didn't. So instead, what I did is I decided to do not one, but 2 illustrations of Mandalorian, Ironmouse, and Nyanners. And that I did record. So let's go. So the first one that I wanted to do, I kind of wanted to do like a full armor view of them sort of like flying over whatever area that they have demolished. Have them kind of like intimidatingly like flying over, weapons drawn and stuff. Again, just to sort of give the full view of them in action. I was having a hard time finding a good, like figuring out what poses to put them in that weren't like the exact same, and also like figuring out, hands. I used a brush that I had downloaded for drawing chains. I kind of like to use those brushes as a base and then draw over them. So that way it doesn't look so like automatic and pre-done. It kind of matches with the rest of the style. I like the coloring on these. I think it's fun. Like they're not typical Mandalorian colors. A lot of Mandalorians that you see in the shows and stuff, there are lots of, muted colors or grays or blacks or whatever. So it's kind of fun to have some cute, vibrant colored Mandalorian armor. Obviously, this is very anime inspired. It's not very realistic armor. But I mean, it's 2 anime girls, so I mean, come on. But yeah, I like the idea of these 2 being like 2 like bounty hunters or something, or being like rulers of a city or something, kind of like in the new Book of Fett. But yeah, this was my first design, this was my first illustration, and I love it. The next one that I did, I wanted to do something based off of the one clip of their 3D streams where they were talking down to the camera and stuff. I don't know, I just thought it would be cool to see the armor like that. I try to figure out like which way to have them facing and stuff, and you see that I make small changes along the way, expressions and things like that. Mistakes were made because I chose the side that had the holster and the blaster, which meant that I had to draw the blaster kind of semi-accurately and in decent detail, and getting the perspective right. It was a pain, but I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I managed to do it eventually. And this is the time that I decided to change Ironmouse's buns into knot braids, and then I realized that I had forgotten to draw the bell and stuff. I had my moment here where I had drawn, the whistling bird setup or whatever, but then realized that the tail was going to be covering it anyway, so, all that time wasted. I trying to figure out some of the details, like which way is the wind blowing, so I can draw the capes and stuff dramatically blowing in the wind. I really enjoyed doing the details on the faces and stuff. I love drawing eyes. I can't remember if I've talked about that in the past, but I love drawing eyes, so that was fun to do. I had a lot of fun trying to figure out the decal on Mouse's backplate. That was why that's literally the reason why I have Ironmouse facing backwards, like looking over the shoulders, so that way I could show off that backplate armor, because I was really proud of it. I used some brushes that I have to do some like metal texturing, because I thought that would be fun. I do this ambient lighting sort of thing But I actually end up changing it in the final, which I didn't record, that, you know, this is much more red, like lots of reds and stuff, kind of like in the previous illustration. I ended up changing it to pinks and blues and purples because I thought the cooler tones would look better. And in the end, I also did some color dodge and made their eyes glow because I thought that'd be pretty, that'd be a fun little atmosphere sort of thing. But yeah, I'm very happy with how both of these illustrations came out. I think I like the first one is good, but I like the second one even better. I just think that it really kind of captures like the if Mandalorians were an anime type of thing. I don't even know if Nyanners and Ironmouse really like Star Wars, but this was a fun little project to do. I really, like I said, I enjoyed both of these, and I will pray that they don't see this, because if they do, I might cry. But anyway, I hope that you guys like these. Please comment down below if you like these. Maybe I'll do some more. If you watch VTubers, put down like who some of your favorite VTubers are. If you're a general Mandalorian fan, who are some of your favorite Mandalorians, either in canon, in legends, in comics, cartoons, whatever. Let's talk about some Mandalorians, and let's talk about some VTubers, man. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking the video and subscribing if you aren't already. Right now I do mostly art videos, but at some point I'd like to do other hobbies. Maybe when I redo my Mandalorian armor, I'll record it, and you guys can see my process for that. Let me know if that's something that you want to see. Hopefully the next video will be the strawberry shortcake video, but I'm not going to make any promises. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves and do the things that you love to do the most. Bye-bye!